welcome back to Sidekicked, a Marvel Champions podcast where we're all about the allies. We'll teach you who they are in the comics, discuss their cards, and what decks they might be played in. I'm one of your hosts, Munkey, and with me is...
Hey, it's me, it's Jason, and Monkey's here. Hey, Monkey! Good to see you, bud.
It is good to see you as well.
My bad. I saw Levi Lewis on the show notes, and I thought that he was gonna just pop in right here, but he's not. So I'm Levi. I'm Earth Twister. What's going on, guys? Good to see you.
Welcome in. I guess Levi's running a little behind, so
I'm running a little behind, yeah.
But it's awesome. Excited to have Monkey here. I think he's just monkey shy. That's what it really comes down to. So
I've known to intimidate people in the past.
That'll happen. Well, man, welcome in. What an exciting time. We've seen your comments come through over and over on our episodes, and we really appreciate them for sure. And it's good to finally hear your voice. I know we've watched you, of course, on Sort of Bored, but
but I usually get sort of bored.
Yeah, it happens.
So so it's going to be a good night tonight. It's going to be exciting having you here. Our plan is to do our usuals, get to know you a little bit, jump into our quick strike, which I did not put on there anywhere, but it's in our brains. So we'll do quick strike right after our interview questions there. And then we'll talk about what we've been playing recently, and then dive into an amazing character that Monkey has brought this evening. So I hope you're stoked about sharing some lore this evening.
I'm very excited about that.
Very, very cool. All right. Well, any questions before we get jumping into it or get started?
I don't have anything right off the bat, so maybe I'll think of something later.
Very cool. All right. It's going to be a fun night. Let's get things rolling. How did you come up with your name?
Well, it was given to me by two different social circles at about the same time in my life. In the fourth grade, I hit like 5'1". I was the biggest kid in my class, and being a guy, I was also the hairiest. This went on to high school, and I was started shaving when I was like 7th grade. It's 6th grade, earlier than anybody else. And as time, all me and my friend group were picking up nicknames. They were marking on me having a full beard in 9th grade. And they decided to start calling me Munkey. About that same time, some Boy Scouts, and one day we built a big tower, like 20 foot high tall, tied knots. And when it's time to take it down, I go, because I was, a bit more muscular back then. I decided to swing from one bar to the other to go to untie it, and about the third or fourth time went back and forth across the top of this tower. I was like, "You're swinging like a monkey," and so it kind of stuck after that.
There you go. Perfect. So Monkey, what brings you here today? Why are you here?
Well, I mean, y'all are the premier Marvel Champions podcast.
What?
He heard it.
I mean,
he heard it.
So, I mean, I would be remiss if I did not poke my head in at least once to say hi. But I've come to talk about an ally that I enjoy a lot.
It's an honor to have you here, and you've heard it again here, folks. This is the second, maybe third time we've said it. This is the premier Marvel Champions podcast.
But we're all about the allies, so we're second to none.
Second to none? What is that? What do you mean by that?
I don't even know, man. I'm just talking.
Oh, man. Well, it's good. We're excited for you to bring an awesome ally this evening, and I'm excited for you to be able to share it. Do you want to share who it is now, or do you want to just leave it in suspense?
I think it's fine to share it now. So we're talking about Brawn and Amadeus Cho, who's the same person, but he has the most ally cards, I think, besides Spider-Woman, who also has 3. Amadeus Cho has 3 different ally cards in the game so far, and all
Spider
look
Woman
very
has
different.
3.
I think so, because I think there's this Captain Marvel signature ally. I think there's a Justice one, and unless I'm mistaken, I think there's also an aggression one. I don't know off the top of my head. I thought so.
I'm pretty sure there's an aggression one.
Is it Justice? That is a good question. Now we're doing some extra research here on Marvel Champions.
Yes, a Justice one that came in Sinister Motive's box.
Okay.
And the aggression one came in Silk.
Interesting. And is she still a Web Warrior, isn't she?
She's a Web Warrior all except for her signature one with Captain Marvel.
Yes, the Justice one. I'm sorry. What does the Justice one do?
She is cheaper for each confused enemy in play.
Which makes sense for her. Okay. That is awesome. Okay. Yeah, I thought we were hitting a unique thing here with Amadeus Cho, but I did not even remember the Justice Spider-Woman at all. So, shows you how often I've played the Web Warriors.
I really like Confused Lock Justice decks. I think I've only ever thrown her in one deck. At least the Justice one.
Which makes sense, right? Because she reduces the cost of play Spider-Woman by 1 for each confused enemy in play, but she's still 3 costs, so it's going to be way too expensive to run something like that.
Depending on the deck that you have, I mean, you can confuse everything that's out there with 2 or 3 cards.
All right, we don't need to hear about Jubilee again, Earth Twister. That's enough Jubilee talk for now.
I mean,
I think Jubilee's pretty great, actually.
don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate what you don't understand.
I didn't say I understood. Didn't understand. I mean, y'all watched me lose to Captain America with Jubilee.
That's because you didn't play right.
No, I played her so well, dude. I was so close to winning that fight. I was like a turn away, and I lost. It was wild.
You're just unlucky.
That's it. I don't think I ever had a game that I've won with Jubilee, though.
Wow, you are unlucky then. Or you're just doing something wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably doing something wrong.
I mean, it was an LADT game, right? So
to be fair, though, Jubilee is a glass cannon.
Yeah.
She can't take a hit worth nothing, but she can definitely dish out the damage.
Can't take a hit worth nothing.
That's why our player leadership.
I love her in Justice and Aggression because you got that float like a butterfly and that hone technique. And dude, she just goes off, man.
Well, I'm not here to talk about Jubilee tonight. We're here to talk about Munkey. So let's
we're here to talk about Brawn.
So, what do you say you do around here in the Marvel Champions community?
I lurk in Discords, kind of first and foremost. Besides that, I put out a handful of Marvel Champions videos a week. Occasionally, we're streaming it on Twitch on Tuesdays. But other than that, I'm just playing Magic and playing whatever I feel like on Sundays. Occasionally, I'll Magic other stuff.
Do you mean Magic the Gathering or Magic the X-Men?
Magic the X-Men.
Oh, that's right. You're still doing Witch vs. the World, aren't you?
Eternally. I'm just filmed the first Sentinels one, the Mutants of the Mall. So I'm roughly halfway through, but still halfway through.
Man, yeah, it feels like it looks like it's clearly an awesome series. You're changing your deck up. You're winning most of your fights. You're winning every single one of your fights, aren't you?
So Witch vs. the World is the one series I will do where you don't see my losses. I do win most of them because the deck I mainly use is pretty good at preventing losses. But I will occasionally switch it up to do I think I did a hone technique full body charge one once. That was a lot of fun. and I've done some. I've shaken up a little bit, but for the most part, if you see a video of from Witchfoot World, it is me winning because either I won the first try or it's taken me an attempt or two.
Okay, so not 75 attempts, but like attempt or two. Then that's good.
Yeah.
I like Magic a lot. She's a fun character to play. She does require a lot of thinking, and you got to be ready to be planning ahead 7 different steps before you make your move.
So, like, I do play it that way sometimes. The my Witch of Thorns deck I use, protection, the kind of retaliate one, it is built to be pretty much in the moment. You just play your cards all during the villain phase or set up during your turn, and it prevents a lot of that trying to plan ahead because it's everything's so low cost, low to the ground. You have to be in the moment, and I rarely find myself trying to think more than a turn ahead with her with this deck specifically.
That's awesome. Do you get that one out on CDB right now, or?
Yes, I do. It is Witch of Thorns. It's my 2.0 one. Though once we get this next box, I'll be refining it again because I'm going to need to make her Ronin because that card would fit right in.
Oh, it's such a beautiful card. So there's no allies in this deck then, except for Colossus.
There's Colossus, there's Triage, and there is Nova. There's just 3. I rarely use them. Triage is there whenever I need like a little bit more hit points, and Nova is there for his extra little ping of damage whenever somebody attacks.
Okay. Which is good. The downfall is doesn't the run-in effect go away if you have allies on the table then?
Yes, it will. So I'll probably end up taking at least Nova out because I won't need him in as much anymore with all the extra retaliate and defense that this Echo Pack will bring. But I might still run Triage just for the extra 2 hit points every now and then chump block throw away or use her to thwart or something. But I'll definitely be refining this a little bit once we get that box.
Which makes sense. That box is going to be incredibly good, and so all the cards are going to be interesting in there too that require no allies, and so it'll make for a very different type of gameplay. I feel like for some players, not all players.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm chomping at the bit to get my hands on Daredevil and Echo.
Jubilee Ronin deck will be amazing.
A Jubilee Ronin deck, you said?
Yeah.
Didn't we just say that the best way to play Jubilee was in leadership with all the allies?
Nope. Monkey said that.
I typically play her leadership. Best way is definitely hone technique aggression.
Now get her in protection. I bet she'll go far too. I think she's a pretty good change of fortune character.
I'll have to try her out one day like that. I've never played her in protection.
Things like powerful punch get an extra bit of damage from her sunglasses.
That is actually really, really good call.
Kind of playing her like you would Gambit.
I guess so. Who's Gambit?
All right.
So you have mentioned that you are sort of bored on YouTube. You stream on Twitch occasionally, and you like to just stalk people. I mean, chill with people in Discord. Where else can our viewers find you or listeners?
That is pretty much it. I think we started sort of bored with me and Oscar, another one of our friends, just kind of on a whim. We'd originally intended to get into TikTok and stuff, but never bothered with that. But that's pretty much it. It's YouTube and Twitch and Discord. I'm the only one that really talks on Discord to anybody.
That's kind of like Jason for our group here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Occasionally you guys will say stuff.
we started this not to be a Marvel Champions channel, but it has definitely kind of become that because like the other guys are much more into other card games, and they intended to do stuff with that, but just barely materialized.
We're starting to see more and more for sure. Tell us more about like the other guys. What is your overall mission? I guess if mission's even the right word. I work in a business, right? So mission statement and vision statements are the big words that I use. But what is y'all's goal, I guess, with your channel? What are you hoping for overall with Sort of Board?
Well, if we can one day make millions of dollars off of it, that'd be great. But for the most part, we're just like, we're millennials. We need a reason to be able to hang out together and to like justify playing games. And that was the reason of like, oh yeah, whoa, we're not playing games. We're working. We just happen to also be playing games. Just one of those trying to justify hanging out with friends.
Which makes sense. You got to have a good reason to go spend time with your friends. That's the only way that Earth Twister and Levi and I hang out is we have to justify it through the podcast.
Yeah, it's my sister and I have talked a lot about, we should start like a podcast where we just talk about like whatever, just to give us a reason to have conversations.
That was the original intent of doing a podcast with Levi. We originally had a podcast that I think we mentioned it a couple episodes ago that we were going to call Minds of Moria. And we were going to talk about everything and anything and everything, but we'd always started with each episode promising to talk about Lord of the Rings at some point. And end up never talking about Lord of the Rings. Just kind of getting out of time or whatever the case may be. And so it was good. It was fun. But we moved away from that and into Marvel Champions, and this is where we've landed. And I think it's a good spot to land. We still don't talk about Lord of the Rings, but I think our goal there is complete. But just having an excuse and a reason to talk to each other is always good.
Well, luckily, there are lots of Lord of the Rings board games you could play. One of the recent ones we got into is Fate of the Fellowship. Each one of you is controlling two different members of the Fellowship, plus like Faramir or Galadriel, and you essentially trek across Middle Earth to destroy the One Ring.
Interesting. Fate of the Fellowship, you said?
Yes, Fate of the Fellowship. If you're familiar with Pandemic, it's kind of uses some of these mechanics where like it adds orcs to various places and they'll go marauding across the landscape and you have to fight them. But you have a handful of goals to get accomplished, but it's a lot of fun.
That sounds awesome. Why aren't we playing that game and not Marvel Champions? Playing Marvel Champions and not that game. Oh man, I've got the Lord of the Rings Risk that came out like 20 years ago when the movies were out, and then I've got for my wife for her birthday I picked up a Lord of the Rings game. It's like a storybook where you go through the story of Lord of the Rings as different characters, and that's pretty enjoyable as well. But depending on how you play the game, your characters can either become corrupted or not, and so it just makes for a very interesting dynamic based on the decisions you make.
That's really cool. Like a almost choose your adventure type thing.
Kind of, because the story, the pages still stay the same, right? So like each map is still consistent, but you are like, I know the very first mission is you're trying to get the hobbits from the Shire to, what is the tower in which Frodo gets stabbed at? What is the name of that tower again?
Weathertop.
Weathertop, yes. And so you're trying to get them to Weathertop without interacting with the Nazguls along the way. But the Nazguls are constantly rotating around the map, and so you got to find a way to navigate them past them. And if you get attacked, that hobbit dies, or the ring can get corrupted based on a card you draw and impact the rest of the game. And so we found it at Target, and it's been enjoyable. We do it. I say we do it off and on. We've done it once or twice, so I need to get it busted back out sometime and finish it. But it's pretty cool. It's a game you work together to make the decisions, kind of like Pandemic.
That sounds interesting.
So who's your favorite hero?
Well,
why is it Samwise Gamgee? Oh.
Sam is a great hero. No, that is uncontestable. Until they actually port him from the Lord of the Rings card game into this, I guess I can't mention him on the podcast.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention, yes, yes. Uh, I'm partial to Magic. Like, she's probably top 3 in like rotating slots. Drax always has a special place for me. He was the first person, like, when I picked up the game, he was my first hero pack because I just loved him from the movies and stuff. And he's still my favorite to break out whenever I'm feeling like playing a defend the table deck.
Drax is fantastic, man. He's such a fun ally, such a fun hero to play, for sure.
I don't play him nearly as much as I would like to, but I really only like playing him multiplayer. I don't really like breaking him out solo, just because I'm really bad at playing him solo, because I want to just defend, and a lot of times that doesn't work out unless you built in lots of readies.
That's my favorite way to play, is with a ton of readies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when you got into the game? Was right around when Guardians was coming out?
No, I got into the game shortly before Sinister Motives. I just walking through I had never heard of the game before. I was walking through Barnes and Noble with my wife, and happened to see it. It's like, oh, this looks interesting. Let me go and pick this up, see what it's like. We cracked it open. I played Spider-Man. She played Captain Marvel, and that the next day I had to have another couple we're friends with come over and play it with us, and I got them all into it. I was the most deeply invested, but I think that was around the time Sinister Modes came out, because the second hero pack I got was Ironheart. Just because she was right there in the shelf. They had like 4 copies of her, and I grabbed her, and I think her, Doctor Strange, and Captain America all the same trip.
Those are 3 great grabs. You grabbed 3 very powerful heroes all at the same time.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't know much about Ironheart. I'd heard of her, but like I wasn't familiar. I was like, oh, let's just go and get this one. This one looks interesting, and she's top 5 heroes for me still.
As she should be. I mean, she's a solidly built hero. You're not always guaranteed to win, right? I don't think that's a way to say that for any hero, but she has a very good progression that helps you build over time. And you can learn a lot about how the game plays and how a villain works when you're playing as Ironheart, because she's pretty consistent.
Ironheart was the first hero I built a deck for where I really, really felt like the game was clicking with me. It was a Home Technique Dive Bomb deck. Ooh. But like I saw those pieces come together. I was like, oh, what am I going to build? Let's put stuff together. And I held those 2 cards and looked like it was like scene from a movie, looking back and forth between the 2 of them. And I was like, oh wow, this is really strong. And that was I'd thrown plenty of decks together before that, but that was the first one. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I wasn't online then, so I didn't know like if anyone else had seen this. I didn't know what Marvel Champions deck builder was. Just ran across this combo. It's like, y'all got to see this. This is me. Watch this.
Oh man, it's awesome. That is good. And man, I think just deck building in general, the fact you can build decks for this game makes it so unique. And design it and build it the way you want to. And yes, you could say, well, Pokemon and Magic, the Gathering, and other TCGs have already had this built in, but the way LCGs work compared to TCG, it just feels more exciting when you find those combos that fit well. And you know they're not going to disappear on you. So.
Yeah, I think that's probably the thing that excites me the most about this game in general, is that occasionally you'll be looking at a card and be like, oh, this makes me feel very clever that I thought of this. Even if hundreds of other people have also had the same idea, you can feel really good when you're like, oh, this is good. This is good.
Yes, it makes you feel smart when it finally clicks for you. It's awesome. But that's the other benefit too of this game, right? Is yes, you do have those moments where you're finding these clues and you're putting them together and you're making stuff work. But it does have such a large online community as well. And I really absolutely love that about this game, is that there's people you can go and talk to about the game. And there's nobody chastising you for the way you play or how you experience the game, or that you're not keeping up with the meta. It's just, hey, you're a part of the community and we're here to hang out and we're all having fun together.
Yeah, we have a great community. You rarely ever see anyone saying, "Oh, you're doing this wrong," unless it's like, "Hey, you're doing this wrong. This is a rules thing. You're doing this wrong. Here, I'm here to help you learn better." And everyone just wants to help everyone either play the game better or enjoy the game more.
Yes. It's all about growing your skills and helping each other just have a good time. So now
well,
I am. Oh,
go ahead,
sorry.
Jason.
I was gonna say I am glad to hear that you've mentioned a couple of different things that check some boxes off, which is good. That helps us to be able to connect with you better. You're a millennial, which is good because I'm also a millennial, and I believe Earth Twister falls in that category somewhere. But it's also good to know that I knew I liked you for the fact that your wife also drags you to Barnes and Noble to walk around for the day. And that is a very fun and exciting thing to be able to be married and have a wife that wants to take you to Barnes. She's not even listening to me now. She's got her headphones in. Never mind, the joke is dead. So, but no, yeah. It's cool to know that I'm not alone. So,
yeah, it's a mutual thing for us. There are sometimes it was like, "Hey, you want to take the kids to Barnes and Noble? We can get them a book, and I can go look at board games."
Ah, there you go. Yes, no, exactly. We like to go to Barnes, and it's a good time. And while she's walking around looking at her 37 books that I end up having to take home and adopting, I get to look at board games and Legos and stuff, too. So.
They're so lonely.
Legos.
That's right. All the books are so lonely, she says.
Gosh.
All right, Earth Twister, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, well, I was just going to ask Munkey who his favorite villain/scenario is. I mean, I could say scenario, and that includes the villain, but sometimes you really like to face a villain, but you don't like the scenario they're a part of. So maybe you're like that, or maybe you like them both together. What do you prefer?
So if I had to pick one villain to play forever, I kind of want to say Zola. He's kind of always been. I really like, destroying minions. That's always a good time, and he has a good mix of things. But I also am very fond of Venom, and I just played it. The Project Wide Awake one. I like those three are kind of my favorites. Either you just go ham against the villain, just slugfest until one of you dies, or a scenario that prevents lots of minions to slay.
I know that Jesse was sort of born Jesse with Stunning Confused. Has making a big push for the Project Wide Awake recently. He really likes that scenario, and he's trying to make it super popular. So it is a good one for sure. Zola, man, that's a solid choice. I struggled with that scenario for the first 6 months that I had the game. It was the one that I could beat Red Skull no problem. I could play, Ultron or Claw and have a good time. But Zola, for whatever reason, would just kick my teeth in every time I played him for the first several months. It's a challenging scenario.
Yeah, I like it because it's one, if you build for it, you can have a great time. But if you don't, it's still challenging enough to where you may win, you may lose. But you're not guaranteed to lose the same way every single time. Whether it's probably has something to do with minions, but all those attachments. I really like playing him with, was it the Ransacked Armory one that gives you more attachments to put on minions? Just really makes some of those awful.
You really like making the game difficult.
I don't actually. I hate playing an expert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty much standard only. I don't play sports video games because I don't like playing games I'm bad at. I'm not great at playing on expert, so I typically don't. So most of my games are on standard, but I do like spicing it up with modulars. I like giving that bit of extra, like, paprika, garlic, and pepper, and occasionally some ginger that a good modular can bring to a scenario.
I like that visual or that imagery there that you used. It was nice. Make the game more flavorful.
Yeah.
Flav.
What is your favorite mod set?
I don't hate the Thunderbolts. Like, I think a lot of people are iffy on them. The community is hit and miss on them.
Whiteout's our favorite.
No. It's the absolute worst. Whiteout and Growing Strong are the absolute worst.
I have to agree. Growing Strong, that one is a pain to
Really?
have to face off with.
That one's my favorite. Is Growing Stronger, I feel like, is my favorite.
Well, you're wrong.
My favorite of those is probably the Pale Little Spider.
Ooh.
Just because I like Black Widow a lot, and she's interesting. That one, that's my favorite of those Thunderbolts. Other than that, I don't really have a favorite modular. There are plenty of times when I sit down to play, and I will roll like a D12 and D10. I'll have my modular set up, and I'll just roll dice randomly to determine which ones to throw in.
That's a way to. That's a good way. Do you just pull 12 random ones out, or do you just go, okay, these chunk of 12, I'll roll the dice on?
So when I play, I'm typically playing on Tabletop Simulator, and it's very handy. You click the Show Modulars button, and it lays them all out in a grid. And so I can just get a D12 and a D10, and that's how many rows down it is and how many across it is. And I just roll the dice and pick there.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Okay, so like it lays it out like a grid fashion for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you roll a D12, okay, that's going to be 3 across, and then you roll a D10 to determine how far down you go on that grid.
Right.
I probably just repeated everything you just said, but I was just making sure I understood. So
without the visual, so sometimes you need to, repeat it so you can kind of visualize a little better.
Grasp it. That is awesome.
Yeah. So let me give you a little free advice here, Munkey. If you're ever playing a game with Jason, never ever let him choose the modulars, because he will always choose the ones that are the worst. It's the first time we played the Hood together, he was like, let me choose these 7 that are terrible.
Did you choose Frost Giants a personal nightmare?
No. What I had done at the time, right, is I was heavily listening to like Critical Encounters. If you guys listen to us, Critical Encounters, we think your show's great. And they had gone through several mod sets that I'd never heard of before. I think it was right around the time, I think, right after Sinister Motives, they started dropping mod sets in the back of packs, right? So I was grabbing a bunch of those back of pack mod sets and tossing those in. We just happened to toss in Hellfire's Club, and that's what screwed us up for that one.
Didn't you also throw in what's it called? The one with the traps?
Oh yeah, not Trickster, shoot.
Arcade.
Arcade. And then we also had Armadillo in there. And Armadillo was kicking our teeth in with all the tufts going everywhere. And we were finally at a point where we were set up. And I was playing a deck that heavily focused on Voltroning an ally. Because we're all about the allies. I was Voltroning a rogue, and
I was playing Nebula for the first time.
That's right. And we had the stupid card from Hellfire Club, Serena, I believe, or Selena.
One of the two.
Anyhow, black-haired chick. When she shows up, she has the stupid boost icon that makes you discard an ally in play. And since I only had one ally in play, my Voltron ally was removed from the game, or removed from play, and we were about to start beating up on Hood, so we just got our teeth kicked in at that point. It was rough.
The first time Oscar played against Mysterio, he was I can't remember what he was playing, but he was playing Voltron Cosmo. Had like 6 attachments on Cosmo. I think he was playing Magic because he was just shuffling the top of the deck, and we got the Mysterio card that's like, yep, this ally is now a minion, and all of a sudden he had a like 6 attack dog attacking him every turn.
Oh my gosh!
Cosmo got rabies.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Is that the dog walker deck, or is it just something he built?
It's just something he threw together. I think it was just something he threw together.
Oh man.
Cosmo with like reinforced suit, danger room training, on honorary X-Men, all this stuff, and he regretted that.
I'd be so mad.
+3 hit points, +1 attack, +2 hit point. Man.
Yeah, it was rough. God, a pun unintended there. Rough.
Goodness. Well, since we are sidekicked and we are all about the allies, who is your favorite sidekick? Now, this can be any ally. It doesn't have to be ones that you can just, not specifically ones you can sidekick. It can also be ones that you specifically sidekick, just whichever one you prefer. What's your favorite ally?
Because she's very powerful, the signature ally of Spider-Woman, the Captain Marvel one, the one that whenever she does a basic power, she draws you a card. Favorite one all the time. I'll have not cameoed anything with her yet. I wanted to, though.
Yeah, that's my first cameo. It's a great card.
Yeah, incredible card.
4 cost, though, right?
4 cost, but like Spider-Woman isn't terrible at paying for that. Because she can use her upgrade she has to pay for her other stuff. You can Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier, drop your hand to pay for it pretty easily and still do stuff on your turn.
Yeah. And if you can sidekick her and she's in there for forever.
And if you sidekick her, might as well throw Inspired on her and...
Yeah.
Wingsuit.
Yeah. Get their Sky Cycle to get those readies.
Oh, so now you're drawing 2 cards?
Yeah. Two.
Oh.
And you might as well run command teams at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
I'm just gonna sit in Alter Ego and somehow take damage so I can just keep healing Captain America or Captain Marvel.
Now I kind of want to do that, to do an aggression leadership Voltron build on her. That could be very interesting.
Yeah. Get down boot camp, and Enraged is a upgrade I really like that I don't use very often because it's so detrimental to you. But if you're already sidekicked, the extra damage you would be taking wouldn't matter as much.
True. You also can get so you get boot camp and she's Avenger, so Mighty Avengers, and Mighty Avengers gives her +1/+1.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
I did that. That was my cameo Spider-Woman. No. I cameoed her into somebody that already draws a lot of cards.
Hercules?
No. Because my initial thought was to cameo Amadeus Cho for the card draw. But I decided to take Captain Marvel instead. I can't remember who it was, but I was able to multi-aspect. Or maybe I just did a different deck build for that one. It doesn't matter. It was fun either way. She kicked butt, took names.
She tends to.
What's your favorite aspect to play?
And why is it protection?
It is actually protection. I love playing protection. When I am not playing multiplayer, I tend to go back and forth between protection and justice. I'll play the other stuff, but protection's my favorite because I love defend the table. That's my favorite like archetype to play. That was my first one that I've kind of fell in love with. I love playing a 3 or 4 player game and say, all right, guys, y'all take care of everything. I'm going to keep y'all healthy. And I just take all the hits.
Nice. It does feel good to play a protected table deck because you feel like you're helping the team out and you're getting to support them to do what they want to do. So they're not worried about, whatever the villain's going to do, it doesn't matter because Munkey's got it taken care of. I can focus on building. I can focus on doing the damage. I can focus on removing threat. Whatever I'm built to do without having to worry about defending myself.
Yeah, which is why when I do play multiplayer on like our streams and stuff, I'm either, unless I have a specific idea for like, I guess I'm playing this, y'all do whatever, but I'm playing this thing. I'm usually defaulting to justice or protection. Either I'm keeping threat low and letting them kind of just play the game as they want to, or I'm playing protection and making them handle all the problems while I just take the hits.
That's awesome. Do you guys typically play on TTS?
Yes, we are a bit scattered, so we only play on Tabletop Simulator together. We have never played the game in person with each other.
Oh. Wow. Do you prefer playing on TTS or you prefer playing with cards?
Just for ease of setup, I prefer Tabletop Simulator because I don't have much space of my own carved out. I have shelves and shelves of board games I never play, but my desk or dining room table is usually covered with other stuff, so I don't have much physical space to play. So Tabletop Simulator is where it is the default for us, or for me, and then for them, because that's the only way we can play together.
That makes sense. And we've talked about that with Dragon Cards a couple times. But we're slowly, at least I enjoy the webcam games with the physical cards. But I've actually not touched TTS or Dragon Cards myself. Not that I'm opposed to it, right? It's just I haven't dived into that side of Marvel Champions yet.
Yeah.
So
I like Dragon Cards for practice games. I prefer to play games though with the physical cards. I feel like I'm able to keep track more of what I'm doing, where I'm going, and the actual movements of everything, just because that's how I'm used to playing the game.
Yeah, I have not played physically in a while, even though I do enjoy it. I still have Hercules and Wonder Man just kind of sitting behind me. I don't think I've opened their box physically. I think I just have them propped up behind me, waiting for the day when I will add their cards to my collection.
So you still purchase the cards, you just play on.
Yeah. I have. Looking behind me right now, I don't know how many board games I have. I have dozens that are still in the shrink wrap because I'm waiting for people to come over and play with me. I'm very much a collector of this sort of thing.
Well, you're a pure millennial. We all buy board games when we wait for somebody to come over to play with. None of us want to leave our houses to go play with somebody else. So
yeah, the eternal struggle of
right.
having friends and being like, yo, are you free this weekend? No, I'm not. I'm not free till November.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, well, I got sick. I can't play in November now, so well.
Stupid flu.
It's the first time I had a break, and now my body is sick.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, man. Something about becoming an adult just messes with your ability to play games with your friends. I don't know what's up with that.
Goodness, it's like responsibilities actually matter now.
What's the responsibility?
Oh, Jason.
The thing you do to keep living.
Oh, eating and pooping?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely responsibility.
You guys are pooping.
Man. What?
Boss makes $1, I make a dime.
You guys are getting paid?
Well, yeah, y'all said I get my subscriber count in cents, right? So I get 37 cents for this appearance.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's more than Steggy got, so.
It's more than I get.
You're just happy to be here, so it's okay.
Aw. I just want to go to bed.
Oh, man, not yet. We still have Levi Lewis to show up and 3 more cards to get through, so.
If we have to wait for Levi to show up, we're never getting off.
Man, what Marvel media brought you to the game? Or what led you to, I guess you talked about going to Barnes & Noble and seeing it, so. But what drew you to it?
I've been a Marvel fan since early 90s, but first exposure to any Marvel stuff was the original X-Men cartoon and the Spider-Man cartoon. And I was been fans of it since then. But, in the Marvel movies, that has kind of... I'm not a comic reader. I've owned all of 5 comics my whole life. But I've always enjoyed the Marvel movies, and when I stumbled across the game, I didn't have any Marvel products, like games, yet. So I was like, let's go and get this, see what it's like. And, here we are, however many years later.
Did you play any of the Ultimate Alliance games or X-Men Legends or?
Yes, I had X-Men Legends on the Xbox, and I really liked that. And I think I played the second one as well. And then my wife and I played Ultimate Alliance on the Switch. We beat that game into the ground. We played it so much together. Of course, we were locked in the house at that point, so we didn't have anything else to do but play that game. It was that
It's
Animal
Ultimate Alliance
Crossing.
3.
Yes, the Black Order one.
Oh.
Okay. I started that one with my wife not too long ago, and it was a lot more work than she thought it was going to be for a game. So I'm going to have to go back and just, I think, beat it by myself. Or have her twist her over when he can come over.
Or my wife may be gone in June, so you can come over and hang out with me, and we can play it on my Switch, because I have it also.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. You can play that game online too, right?
I was about to say, I think you should play it online.
Shoot, let's just get Munkey to carry us all the way through it. Sounds like he knows how to beat the game.
Yeah, I have a max level somebody. I can't remember who I was playing in that one. Probably Wolverine or somebody.
I called dibs on Miles Morales.
Oh. Oh, shoot. Now I gotta go find out who else is in that game.
Seriously, that's the only one I know that's in the game.
Oh, man. I know Venom's in there. I know you can play... There's a lot of cool characters. Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah. Elsa Bloodstone was a lot of fun in that one too. I think you get her midway through.
There.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, I played. I played the original Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, and beat the fire out of those. But I really loved X-Men Legends too. Like, I liked the first X-Men Legends, but the second one really was the one that got me into like really thinking and liking games a lot. And so I think I beat it at least once, if not twice. But just the idea of Apocalypse and the Age of Apocalypse is probably my favorite story arc in general. And so
I was just about to ask if that was the one with Apocalypse, because I couldn't remember whether that was the first or second one. But yeah, that's when you had the 4 Horsemen. I think Wolverine became one of the 4 Horsemen. That one, I don't remember. Oh, it's been 1,000 years.
Say it with me. Spa. Chu. La.
La. That's right. It's a quote from Deadpool in that game.
Ultimate Alliance, yeah.
Oh, man.
Talking to Black Bolt.
But he was talking to Black Bolt, wasn't he? Trying to get Black Bolt to talk. I need to find a way. I think somebody at one point showed me a way to emulate it, but I'd like to see if I could get it on PlayStation or something and play it, because
honestly, you might be able to just get it on Switch.
A solid game. That'd be really cool if I could get it on the Switch. It's one of those that I'd be glad to get back on Twitch just for a little while and play it. Record myself playing that for a bit before going back to Champions for a while. It's still Marvel related, right?
Of course it is.
But yeah, it is the one with that. And the cool thing about it, that specific X-Men Legends 2, it was the one with Apocalypse, but and the different characters to become horsemen. I don't remember who it was specifically. Y'all have to play the game to find out, I guess, if you haven't played that game. But I think I remembered the most was Age of Apocalypse costumes. And so if you read the Age of Apocalypse comics, their costumes from those comics were featured in that game as well. That was really, really neat. So I know for sure Colossus was on my team that had his Age of Apocalypse costume on. I thought that was super cool.
Well, Munkey, what is your favorite part of Marvel Champions?
Building decks.
Okay.
I really like when I stumble across something that makes me feel smart, or just like a really powerful combo. Deck building is what has kept me playing this over everything else that the game offers. Just being able to build decks.
I get that. That's pretty cool. I like to build decks that make me feel smart, but I don't like to build decks that don't make me feel smart. So
we just don't talk about those.
No, I didn't build that deck. No, that wasn't me.
That was the other guy. That was that scrub.
Hey, I'm not a scrub.
Well, yeah.
Isn't that what the S in your name stands for, Jason Scrub?
You're fired.
You can't fire me. I'm
right.
your little brother.
Monkey's the one getting paid here. Monkey, you're fired.
Man. Do I still get severance? As long as you still pay my insurance, it's okay.
If I was paying your insurance,
37 cents and insurance?
Yeah.
Dude. I'm missing out, man.
I really thought you had all this worked out with him.
What's your life insurance policy? Do you get that?
No. It's
You got to read the fine print. You must complete and finish the episode before. And then it is a 10 to 20,000 year wait period for that insurance to go through. So
I didn't read the fine print.
Yeah. Well, man, I know we would be remiss if we didn't ask this question for Levi. I was hoping he would show up before we get to ask this question. I'm sure he will ask it when he shows up. But we are well aware that you're not the Monkey D. Luffy. We've already asked that question. But...
Oh, he's not?
No.
Dude, I was hoping he'd tell me where the gum fruit was.
I do not know where it is. I barely know what it is.
That's the only fruit I know the name of.
We are curious, though. Are you the world's greatest superhero from Dexter's lab? Munkey, created by Dexter in his secret laboratory.
I'm closer to that monkey than I am Monkey D. Luffy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good to know.
Man, what is that theme song that's starting to kind of go through my head a little bit?
I can almost hear it.
Smartest boy you've ever seen. Nope, because now I'm thinking Phantom of the Opera. The smartest little boy you've ever seen inside your mind.
So what I'm hearing is next podcast you start needs to be musical theater one.
Oh, gosh, no.
Ooh.
10 out of 10 would not recommend.
We don't have to sing. We can, but, we can just talk about how much we like Hadestown.
Have you heard our mail song?
Yes. And I think you'll get it wrong most of the time, sadly.
Mail is the time that never fails. Mail. Is it the mail time? Is it mail time? Do we have another comment from Munkey?
Oh, no. Our commenter is here. So, unfortunately, we will not be doing mail this time. But
Munkey, do you want to read your latest comment to us?
Oh, gosh.
I think it was actually shorter than most of mine. But, I think I'll still spare us. But luckily, I'm here, so I can leave my comments in voice. for you.
Hey, here we go.
He's not saying an invoice, though, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, Earth Twister, someone wanted to send us a letter. How could they send us a letter?
Oh, yes. They could send us a letter to Sidekicked, which is, what is it? 1234 Forest Grove Lane, Abilene, Texas, 73201. You said a letter, right?
I mean, we don't need to dox poor Levi Lewis's address out onto the planet, but I think maybe an email would probably be best, or a comment on our YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yes, an email. Yeah. You can email us at sidekickedamcp@marvelchampions.com. I mean, sidekickedamcp@gmail.com. It stands for a master control program.
A master
I got that
control
reference.
Man, I wondered why no one sent us emails. It's because people get confused real easy. We don't tell them the exact address. So maybe that's something we should work on. But we do have a great spot right below this YouTube video if you're listening to us on YouTube to leave a comment. In fact, on Spotify, you can also leave a comment down below if you so choose to and prefer.
Oh, and while you're at it, it takes like 2.5 seconds, maybe 5. I don't know. We'll have to ask. Boom Guy, because he said it only takes a certain amount of time, a very small amount of time, to leave us a 5-star review. 5 stars.
5 stars. That's
1,
correct.
2, 3, 4, 5. And that's right. I did count my fingers.
In fact, I've heard Munkey's already done so. How long did it take you, Mr. Munkey, to do so?
I didn't time myself. It had to be less than 30 seconds. But I would love to see someone record themselves doing it so we can get an exact count of how many seconds it took.
That would be great.
That's right. If you record yourself leaving a 5-star review and actually leaving a type nice 5-star review and timing it, we will invite you onto the show.
And you can actually send that video to us at sidekickedamcp@gmail.com. Again, Sidekicked, a master control program @gmail.com.
Wait, but if you act now, you'll get a special one-on-one dinner with Levi Lewis.
Yes.
That's right, folks.
He will fly to your hometown and buy you a dinner at the nicest steak restaurant in town. Now, if you don't like steak, he will also do seafood.
What if you just want him to sit down and cook for you?
I don't think you want that. Because at least if you go out in public, he puts on the clothes. You know.
Yeah, at least I was spared that.
You have been so far. You'll know when he arrives. It'll be as blinding as the sun.
But also, it looks like he's wearing a sweater all the time, so...
We'll have to compare that hair on your chest versus Monkey's chest there to see which is thicker.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, before we creep out the rest of our listeners, what have y'all been playing recently?
Whoa.
Levi, you go first.
Whoa, hold up.
What's that?
Quick strike!
Quick strike time. Oh, that's right. It is time for a quick strike. Thank you for setting off the quick strike alarm. I appreciate that there, Earth Twister. Let's dive right in. Are you ready to be quick striked?
I am
Quick struck.
incredibly ready.
All right. This activity is quite simple and easy. We will ask you this or that questions. You just answer with this or that. And looks like you have a 2-page version of this quick strike. So we're in for a world of fun.
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to do it different this time. We're going to have Earth Twister go first, and I'll go second, and then we'll pray that Levi Lewis shows up at some point. Here we go.
Apples or bananas?
Bananas.
Carrots or bananas?
Bananas.
Broccoli or bananas?
Ooh, tough one. Bananas.
Ooh, but the strawberries or bananas?
I actually do not like strawberries, so definitely bananas.
Okay. Last but not least. Actually, it's not last. Lettuce or bananas?
Bananas.
Cantaloupe or orange? You glad I didn't say bananas?
Bananas still, even though that wasn't an option.
You really are a monkey.
Wow.
I opened them correctly too. I flipped the banana up and opened it from the bottom.
There you go.
That's
Hero or villain?
Villain.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Protection or aggression?
Protection.
That's right.
Science fiction or fantasy?
Actually, fantasy.
Justice or leadership?
Leadership.
Deadpool or Wolverine?
Wolverine.
Rise of Red Skull or Age of Apocalypse?
Rise of Red Skull for nostalgia.
Okay.
Web Warrior or Avenger?
Web Warrior.
X-Men or Guardian?
That's impossible. Actually, I'm gonna say X-Men just because of magic, but Guardian, like it's got Drax.
Does have Drax. Chips or salsa?
Both.
Okay.
Either or.
Chips because I wouldn't want to eat sauce with my hands.
That's fair. Chips or queso?
I could eat queso with my hands.
Queso, yeah.
Queso or salsa?
Queso.
Dang it. Or
I could not hear that.
could
I
not
saw it.
or ooh.
Ooh ah.
One Piece or Straw Hat?
Straw Hat.
Anime or comics?
Anime.
Grand Line or To Infinity and Beyond?
To Infinity and Beyond.
Magneto or Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Ally or Minion?
Ally.
Apocalypse 1 or Hella?
Apocalypse 1.
Oh.
Pizza or spaghetti?
This is also a both, but pizza.
Pikachu or Charizard?
Charizard.
One Piece or Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball.
Lights or camera?
Lights.
Camera or action?
Action.
Lights or action?
Action.
Mando or Boba?
Mando.
Boba Fett or Jango Fett?
Boba Fett.
And then you should change the next one to Mando or Jango. Because I accidentally wrote that one just backwards.
You heard it. Mando or Jango?
Mando.
Claw or Ultron?
Claw.
Avenger or X-Men?
X-Men.
Professor X or Nick Fury?
Professor X.
Magic or the Force?
Magic. Magic.
Magic.
All right.
Very cool. Solid answers. Apocalypse 1, man. I'm glad we're in the same boat, man.
Yeah, I recently... So, Mad Titan Shadow was I'm not going to say blind spot for me. I had not played anything beyond the first two scenarios, Mad Titan Shadow, until, like, the past 6 months. Because of Thanos. And I was like, I want to play Thanos with other people for my first time playing them. I didn't, but So that meant I never played Hela or Loki until recently either.
Hela is one of my favorites. Hela and Apocalypse 1, but
I like Apocalypse 1 a lot. I just can't. I don't know. I just never got into Hela.
it's like the same thing pretty much.
Yeah. I don't dislike Hela. She's fun, but I've played Apocalypse 1 more than I played Hela.
That's fair.
Man.
Well,
Did you
speaking...
like so why ooh ooh ah over ee ee ooh?
It's better grammatically.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Oh, man. Well, I was going to say, speaking of playing the game, but then we got sidetracked by monkey speech. What have we been playing recently? And we would ask Levi Lewis first, but unfortunately he is not going to make it this time. So Jason, you want to kick us off?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I have not been playing like I should be. I've been actually just reading the articles that have been coming out and then talking about those on YouTube, but I've actually not had a chance to really play the game. I think Earth Twister, Levi, and I sat down the other day to play, and we lost within 15 minutes, so I don't even know if I count that as a game. So I will tell you what I have been doing. Lots and lots of work. It is getting closer and closer to my busy season right now, and I have just been focusing on making sure that is well taken care of. And when I'm often at home and I'm not hanging out with my wife, watching the wonderful Kim's Convenience Store show, because she's half Korean and it's been fun to watch her react to the cultural things that happen on that show. I've been reading the new Parade of Horribles, the 8th book of Dungeon Crawler Carl. So that has been my life currently.
Okay. I'm kind of in the boat with you. I was a part of the LADT championship round, but things have just gotten out of control and kind of hectic, and just the motivation to sit down and play has just not really been there recently, unless I was playing with somebody. And so I have actually dropped out of the LADT because of that, because I just don't have time to make up those games. But I did play one game and horribly lost. It was a Justice Nebula versus Expert Claw, and I got absolutely crushed. And so I was like, you know what? I'm done. It was a 15-minute game.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, that did not go well. And then followed up with the 14-minute 4-player game that we played the other day, and things have just not worked out well for me recently with Marvel Champions. So yeah, I mean, I did play Iceman and Protection, and I do enjoy the deck that I built. I just need to be able to sit down and actually get it going. And I think it requires a little bit of building for it to really kick off. So at some point we're gonna have to play another game, but yeah. I'm also kind of getting into a busy season for me. I've got mission trips and camps coming up, so we'll see how it goes.
Just so our listeners know, and poor Monkey who didn't get a chance to play with us in this game, we were playing Red Skull, and I don't think we had a Justice player amongst us in this game. No. And so
wasn't Levi Lewis playing or he at least had some Justice cards in his deck, because he was playing Wonder Man.
He was playing Wonder Man, but he did run a couple of Justice cards, but his main goal was aggression.
Seems like you should have played Justice then.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was playing. I was playing. I was trying to play a Firepower Gambit deck. So.
I don't even think we got any damage on Red Skull either, with 2 aggression players, and yeah, that just did not go well.
I was clearing minions out left and right, man. That was what was happening. I was taking care of the minions, and we couldn't even get to hitting him because we couldn't clear the right side scheme to allow it to happen. So
that's always the worst feeling when you get done playing games. Like, I lost. The villain's still at max health.
Yes. It was rough. When we finally had a point where we could attack him, he got tough cards put on him. And we're like, are you serious right now?
Yeah. I mean, so to be completely fair, I think what happened is Levi Lewis got defeated.
Yeah.
And we just decided to scoop from there. So theoretically, we could have continued to play, but it probably would not have gone over well for us because he was the only one with any Justice cards in his deck. So,
yeah, and it never feels good when someone gets knocked out. It's like, well, we still got an hour left. You just gonna watch this?
Yeah.
There's only been one time where I've continued a game after my fellow player died, and that was when we were doing the challenges, when the first round of challenges, and we were having to face Venom, and poor Levi Lewis died playing Miles Morales, but we had a turn left to kill Venom, so I continued with SPDR for a round or two and finished him off. So it's the only time that I've stuck to it, but I did feel bad for Miles. So.
Poor Miles.
What about you, Munkey?
I've been playing Magic. I have been, so I record Witch vs. the World in like batches. So like I'll just get in the mind headspace where I'm like, all right, cool, I'm playing 6 Magic games tonight. I'll do that. And I've been doing LEDT stuff. I'm gonna do my best to stick through it because I'm having fun with it. I'm challenging myself. But it is work to do that. It's much easier as a viewer to just watch everybody play those games than it is to actually sit down and be like, yep, I'm in the tournament.
Yeah. It was fun. It definitely was fun. It's just one of those things where it's just like things started piling up and it's just hard to keep on top of it all.
I do find it. I do agree with the fact that it is easier to watch everybody else play the LEDT than to be in the middle of the LEDT. And listeners, I do encourage you, watch the players that are putting the time and effort for this tournament. That it is a lot of work and takes a lot of our time, but the work and the effort you see is worth every minute of your time as well. So please go encourage these players, because it does get tough out there when you're playing these LDT games and you're putting all this work in, and then to turn around and see that nobody's watching, and that's rough. So please do take the time to just go encourage these players and help encourage Munkey now that Earth Twister's dropped out. Give him all of the Earth Twister support you would have given to Earth Twister, and twist your way into the Sort of Board channel and hit him with that like button, that subscribe button, and encourage him during the LNDT tournament. But it is, as well, I would encourage you, there is going to be another season, and I'm not sure when Season 3 is going to come out, but we are opening the doors for players to play that game, and we would love for not only more content creators to jump into LODT, but also for more folks to jump in and play in this tournament. And I promise you, it's a lot of fun, it's a blast, and it gives you a chance to experience the game in a way that you haven't experienced it before.
I can definitely agree with that. I consider myself primarily a legacy player. I don't really have interest in playing current, but it is a very, very fun deck building challenge to have to look at a set of cards and be like, cool, I gotta face these different scenarios with just these cards, and it's an interesting problem solving puzzle to put together.
It makes for a unique challenge, and it gives you the opportunity to try characters you maybe not even thought about before, or cards that weren't even in your purview until that moment. So I'm glad to hear that you're a big supporter of it. I guess you're playing in the tournament, so that would make sense.
Yeah, I'm here, but you just ignore me. I'm fine.
I'm not saying that. No.
Oh man, what do you think, Jason? Should we let Munkey hit us with that hot lore?
Oof. Is it steeped and ready?
It is mostly steeped and ready.
All right. Let's do it.
So, Amadeus Cho. We have him in 3 different forms in the game. Brawn and Amadeus Cho. We'll get into that in a minute. But Amadeus Cho is one of the smartest characters in the Marvel Universe. An official list that they put out like 2018 puts him at rank 9 of the smartest heroes in the game.
Huh.
Which I think that list, it had Reed Richards as number 2, I think. Moon Girl was number 1 according to that one. I think she had been out for a couple of years. So that list is somewhat controversial because of that, but she's apparently really, really smart.
I get that she's smart, but over Reed or Doom or Parker?
Yeah. Which Doom was left off, which that's another controversial thing. Like, if it just listed the heroes, so it left off Doctor Doom. And I don't know enough about Moon Girl to know what makes her the smartest character, smartest hero in the Marvel universe, but she's got to be up there if the writers think that she deserves that spot.
Sounds like a marketing ploy to get people to read more Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur comics.
I think she had just come out like 3 years prior, so that yes, could be.
I know this is a whole different conversation, but I think we're talking about Brawn, right? We're over here talking about Moon Girl, but I want to say around 2017 was her first appearance in comics. Her and Devil Dinosaur.
I actually recently watched a YouTube video. It's off topic again. Devil Dinosaur's been around for ages, actually, and just recently Moon Girl became a thing.
Really?
Yeah, but that's not Amadeus Cho, so I'm gonna try and keep myself focused. So him being one of the smartest people in the world, that genius part of his character was his primary defining characteristic for about half his time in the Marvel Universe. He was first published in like 2005 as part of Amazing Fantasy Volume 2, something like that, like some anthology set. And he was not a gamma-powered hero for 10 years. Which, when I first started doing research for this, that surprised me. I was expecting Brawn to be his thing from the very beginning. But the first thing we saw of him was the aftermath of his like tragic backstory, where he meets the Hulk and is saved from him after a bunch of people attack a diner that he's in. And we would find out later, as a teenager, he had competed in a quiz show operated by someone who named Pythagoras Dupuy or something. He is the self-proclaimed 6th smartest man in the world, and Amadeus Cho won that, and so he had to die. This man had put on a quiz show for teens to off his rivals, essentially.
Is this arcade?
No. His name's he's some old guy. I know zero about him. I think he's only appeared in this one set of like backstory comics, unless he's appeared elsewhere. But he was just a smart guy who jigsawed his way into offing some teens and their families. It
dark,
is
man.
Pretty dark. So to tell his backstory, we kind of have to work backwards in Marvel Champions chronology. So we have Amadeus Cho, who's genius. After Hulk gets blasted off into space as part of leading into Civil War or something. I can't exactly remember comics timeline. He meets Hercules and a handful of other heroes that felt like they owed the Hulk something. So they kind of took up his mantle. Not his take up his mantle. He took up his literal comic spot. They renamed Incredible Hulk to the Incredible Hercules, and kept printing it that way. And Herc and Amadeus were the brawn and brains team for a while. He would use his hyper intelligence because he is very good at rapidly calculating like the right thing to do in every given situation. And he would outthink gods, essentially, while Herc would beat them up. and this was kind of the status quo until 2015-ish. He would go on various adventures with Hercules, fight gods, other kind of mythological threats, and eventually he actually became the Prince of Power and got to use the Golden Mace of Hercules for a little while.
Oh, that's cool. Did you know this, Earth Twister, when you were doing your research for Hercules?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Munkey, go ahead.
I mean, so I think I knew that Hercules, he took the comic spot of Hulk for a little while, but I didn't know that Amadeus Cho was with him.
And took on his mantle for a bit too. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think I can't remember exactly what his title was, but he's Prince of Power. But essentially, he a warrior of the mind versus warrior of the body was what Athena crowned him Prince of Power as, like power of the mind versus power of physical strength.
Huh. Which makes sense.
At some point after that, the Hulk came back from his time and space. I think World War Hulk happened, and once Amadeus got his own comic book run as the totally awesome Hulk, which is where we get the Ironheart variant of his look, of this big, broad, muscular, very Hulk-looking figure. We find out that Bruce Banner got called in to stop a nuclear meltdown from happening. He absorbed a bunch of radiation, and then he was going to go nuclear and explode. And Amadeus figured out a way to siphon off some of that energy so he wouldn't explode, and he became the Hulk after that.
Interesting.
Similar to She-Hulk, he retains his mind, but he doesn't have the control over his emotions, so occasionally he would give into that rage. And for 3 years, he was the totally awesome Hulk. And this marks his time with the Champions, which is where we get the Ironheart ally. It was a little bit after this where he actually teamed up with the Protectors, which is a precursor to the Agents of Atlas, which was it Wave, or I can't remember who it was. Y'all recently did an episode on
Arrow.
Arrow,
Yep.
That's what it is. Yeah. He was on the Agents of Atlas as well at some point. So in 2018, Marvel wanted to bring Bruce Banner back as the Hulk, but they still want to do something with Amadeus. So in some fight, he gave up control of his body to the Hulk persona, and ended up like trapped Get Out style inside his own body. All his friends had to come help him, and this is where he ended up with his form of Brawn, which is much smaller. I think just under like 7 feet tall, much less muscular, much less physically powerful, but he no longer has to wrestle with the Hulk rage, emotional control issues. He is fully Amadeus Cho in this gamma empowered body. And this is the image of Brawn we get in the Aggression Hulk ally version of him.
Wow. And we received this in backward order then.
Yes, we did. Which, as I was researching, I didn't realize that, but like, yeah, I was kind of expecting him to be Brawn, the first ally, the whole time. As I was doing the research, like, oh, well, it's interesting that he goes from super genius to the Hulk and then to Brawn. So
that is super awesome. I remember when Brawn came out and I was like, this is interesting that he's like playing this new Hulk character, because that was right around like like you said, 2018 is when they wanted to bring Bruce Banner back as the Hulk. And that's right around when we were getting back close to Endgame. Age of Ultron had just come out, right?
I think so. I can't remember if Age of Ultron was 2017 or 2018. Might have been early in that. I don't really remember. I think the comic run was the Immortal Hulk.
Yes. And if it was after, so it would have been after World War Hulk, where they sent him off into space, and he's come back now. And he got shipped off into space by the Illuminati, making some dumb decisions. And so then he came back after that. Pretty pissed off after running his own planet for a while. Which we talked about that in the last episode, in the Ronin episode.
Mm-hmm.
Some, because of Hawkeye dealing with that. So we'll have to do a Hulk episode, do more of a Hulk episode about that at some point, because we talked about Hulk pretty early on in our show. And so, but it is cool to see how this character kind of gets his 3 decades or 3 ages of time show up in the comic book, in the game here. So that is really cool. Were you? Did we interrupt you? I'm sorry.
No. That was the only other thing I had in my notes was that he's been on a ton of different teams, but I figured that was kind of tangential to everything else.
So, and it's cool. It's good that you brought up Agents of Atlas, right? Because we're always trying to find more. So maybe we'll get a 4th one of Agents of Atlas, Brawn.
So get us an Agents of Atlas box set at some point with Arrow and Brawn and whoever else is on that team.
That would be awesome. I would be down. So that is really cool. And his story is similar to Rick Jones, right? Do you know who Rick Jones is?
I am not familiar with that.
Okay. So, Rick Jones, he was more of like early on comics, or especially early Hulk. But did you ever watch the 90s Hulk cartoon?
Some of it, yes.
Okay. There's a guy on a motorcycle the entire time that would he saves him at the beginning episode, and then later on, as the Hulk does things, this guy on the motorcycle will show up and be like, no, he's totally cool, man. Don't stress out. The Hulk wants to help out. It's a side character that when we originally meet Bruce Banner, especially in the cartoon there's a gamma bomb test going off. He sees somebody standing in the middle of the gamma bomb test, so Bruce goes out there to grab the kid and throws him into a bunker right when the bunker closes, and that's when we see Hulk show up after that, because he's the one absorbing all the gamma bomb radiation that they're testing for the first time. So Rick Jones is an actual...
I do remember him now, yeah.
Yeah. So, after that point, we saw that in the cartoon, but Rick Jones was an actual character in the comic as well, to the point that he worked with Captain America and some different people, and he eventually gets magic powers, and then that kind of backs off for a little while, but then he becomes what is known as A-Bomb in the comics, which is another a Blue Hulk type character, and he lasts in the comics for a while. If you go back in right around that 2018 time frame, there was a Agents of Smash cartoon show. He's one of the main characters of that, with She-Hulk and Red Hulk as well.
Okay, so real quick. DC has the rings, right? The Green Lantern, the Yellow Lantern,
yeah,
the Red. So is that what Hulk is for Marvel? You got the different emotions for the different levels of radiation or whatever, and so you got Red Hulk being Harrison Ford, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's also kind of like Captain Planet. There's Earth, there's Fire. Well, I think I'm not sure who Heart would be, but it's similar.
Well, see, we don't have a Yellow Hulk yet, so because Hulk doesn't know fear, so.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there though.
Let us come right for you, Marvel. We've got plans.
Marvel, hire us.
Hire us.
Or Marvel's gonna try and shut us down because we're onto them.
Please don't shut us down. Just promote us. We're here to support you, Marvel. Well, cool. Well, that is awesome. So we've got 3 different cards, and I love the way you told your story. Like we mentioned, you've described all 3 of the cards, and we got to receive it in comic timeline in the separate order that we actually received it in the game. So That is actually kind of cool how that kind of fell into place. I don't know if that was Caleb Grace's plan all along, or if it just kind of happened that way. But here we are. So we've given you the opportunity to share and speak for a while, and at this time we would like Levi Lewis to introduce the aggression ally of Brawn. Of course, Levi is not here, so I will describe that card. We'll have Earth Twister do the Ironheart version of that card, and then I will do the final one here, the Hercules one. Are you cool with that, Mr. Twister?
I guess so.
Cool. All right. So first and foremost, we have Brawn. He came out first in the Hulk pack, a aggression ally, unique, of course, and his alter ego name is Amadeus Cho, which means you can't play it with Amadeus Cho from the Hercules pack, and you can't play it with the Brawn Amadeus Cho from the Ironheart pack. He has a 1 thwart with 1 consequential damage and 1 attack with 1 consequential damage and 5 health points, which I think is really important to note. He has got the champion and gamma traits. He has a response, which is after Brawn attacks, remove 1 threat from a scheme. I'm the strongest one there is and the smartest. That's all the authority I need. That's a cool flavor text at the bottom of the card there. And he is a mental resource. Here we see a bunch of buildings burning in the background. There's some dude sitting on his back staring up at Brawn, who is holding up a car. It is like a red sedan of some sort, maybe a convertible, but it is missing its back driver's side tire. So the poor person having to do insurance can get ready to build that claim. But he's holding it high in the air in his usual blue and purple and white uniform with his, I guess, purple gloves. And he's got a nice shaved face and a clean new haircut there. So smiling real big, holding a car high in the air.
Good deal. Do we want to move on to the next card, or?
Yeah, let's jump on to the next card, and we'll talk about all 3, and then we can kind of do the art of all 3 and kind of go on and so forth from there.
Sweet. Awesome. Cool. All right, so the Brawn that comes in the Ironheart kit. He is a 4-cost ally. He, of course, is not from any specific aspect, but he is kit locked, I guess, unless you use cameo, and then I guess he's leadership locked. He is a 2 thwart, 3 attack with 1 consequential for each. He has the champion and the gamma traits, so I don't know, maybe we'll get some sort of gamma trait something or other in the future. He has 3 health. And then his text says, while Brawn is exhausted, he gains resource. Generate a mental resource. Limit once per phase. Not bad. And then it says, no, I'm not Banner. I'm better. So he seems pretty cocky. And then you've got what looks to be Hulk. Like pretty much almost exactly like Hulk, except for like longer hair and spikier. And then like his face looks slightly different. And then his pants, of course, are the purple black pants rather than just like the stereotypical purple that you get for Hulk. And he appears to be in a city sort of just jumping through the sky. He looks pretty big. He definitely looks bigger than he does in the aggression ally picture. I know the aggression ally is holding up a car, but this guy looks massive in the Ironheart one there. So he is also a physical resource. For you, Jason, that is a fist resource.
Thank you. I was worried. I didn't know which one was a physical. So
I also don't know what the physical resource is. It's a fist resource.
No.
Thank you.
Physical.
It's fist, lightning, 3 dots, and fancy green star.
No.
It's
Wild,
fist, lightning, genius,
physical, energy, and mental.
Fist, lightning, genius, and wild. Got it.
Ay, ay, ay.
Wonder Man uses a lot of lightning energies, so. Folks, Earth Twister is making an angry gnome face, so if you can imagine that. Awesome. Let's describe this last card here before we lose Monkey's interest in our show.
Nope, I think he's passed out over there. He's asleep.
This is also another signature ally, Amadeus Cho, unique 2-cost ally. It's got that very beautiful yellow and brown coloration that Hercules' cards have, and honestly, the colorations they did for this card are really well done. He is, again, still a 1/1 ally with 1 consequential each on both those, but this time he only has 2 health points. And he's got the genius trait. Force Interrupt. When a minion would attack you, it attacks Amadeus Cho instead. Action. Exhaust Amadeus Cho. Draw 1 card. It is a wild resource. And he's the first card in Hercules' kit.
I'm sorry, you said a wild resource? Don't you mean a fancy green star?
Oh, thank you for clarifying for the rest of our viewers. I appreciate that.
Viewers?
Listeners?
People watch us? How?
Well, if you hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel.
You beat me to it.
Oh.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, and let me guess, describing his art, right? It looks like there is a, this is not intended to be racist, but an Asian gentleman.
Whoa.
In a nice leather jacket. He's got his sleeves rolled up, and he's got, like, thoughts coming out of his brain as he's getting ready to... he looks like... You know what he looks like? He looks like he's getting ready to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Where he's got all the, like, different symbols going around him, and his hands out front like he's getting ready to toss a card. You just activated my trap card! Still very cool, clean art, though. I do like it.
Is he holding a dog?
It is a coyote, actually.
Oh, crap. He is holding a... It's a coyote?
Yep. That is Kirby. His pet coyote he found as he was running away from his tragic backstory.
Coyote.
Really? Huh.
And the symbols around it, apparently that's like his like way he visualized the world to like analyze what's going on around him, is this like mental visual calculus that like I'm not sure if he can actually like picture it and like see it around him, like Bradley Cooper Limitless style, or if it's just there for the reader to help visualize these things.
The way he's thinking through it all. That is interesting. It is a lot of math symbols that I haven't used since I took Calculus AP. So, that is cool, though. I do like the design of this card. It is a fun one to see on the table. While you're doing your research, and you may not have found this right, because we usually stick with the comics, and I know this is a little off topic. Is his mom the character that we meet in Age of Ultron that builds Vision's body?
I do not actually know that. I do know from the comics, I think his parents are supposed to be smart. Like his
Okay.
You know, his name is Amadeus Cho, and his sister is Maddie. I can't remember what that stands for, but it's short. Maddie is a nickname for another like famous smart person. So I think his parents are also smart. I do not know if they are building Vision's body smart, though. I do not actually know that.
I am going to Google that.
Helen Cho. I think it actually is. I wonder.
Yep, Helen Cho is the name of Dr. Helen Cho is the name of the doctor that we meet in that movie.
Yes, in the comic books, looks like Helen Cho is his mom.
Huh.
So Maddie, I just saw this one. Went and looked at Helen Cho. Her name is Madame Curie Cho, so they call her Maddie.
Madame Curie Cho?
As in like Marie Curie.
Oh, interesting.
Like Mercury?
No, like it's legit Madame
Yeah.
Curie Cho. Interesting. Okay. So this is... Wow, so that is the character we're meeting. So we are meeting Amadeus Cho's parents in Age of Ultron. Which makes me wonder if Amadeus Cho is alive in the movies currently.
Be interesting if we got him in the movies. I don't know if we ever will. But he was in Champions, and if they go the Ironheart, if they ever bring Ironheart more than just a TV show and bring Miss Marvel back, there's potential there, I guess.
Yes, I think Miss Marvel for sure and Kate Bishop are lined up for the next. It's not Secret Wars, but the one before it, or it is Secret Wars, isn't it? Yeah, Secret Wars, and then there's. Now, what is the one coming out? Anyways, the movie that's coming out in December.
There's a movie coming out in December?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. Dune, I think, is coming out. No, I think Dune may be summer. I don't remember. Dune's coming out. I'm excited about that.
Dune and the the Marvel movie that's coming out this year are coming out, I think, on the same day.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man is also coming out this summer.
That's what threw me off. Yeah.
Spider-Man's coming out this summer, and then there's two. Dune is coming out this Christmas, and right around that time is when the other Marvel movie is coming out, with Doctor Doom as the villain.
All right.
Yeah. Let's. What do you guys think of the art of these three cards, though? Is, as we say on our show notes here, art good? Question mark.
I'm gonna say I actually like all the art. I if I had to rank the three of them, I would probably go with Amadeus Cho, the Hercules ally, as my favorite. I like it. I think it's really cool. And then I would go with the Aggression ally one, just because I really like the action of him holding up the car. And then I love, then obviously the last one where he's jumping through the sky, I think is also really cool, but obviously not as cool as the other two. So I like the art. I think it's great.
I agree with that order.
Go ahead.
I agree with that order. The Amadeus Cho art, the Hercules ally, is just primo good art. Then
could we say it's on fleek?
Yes, you could. I'm not going to say that. Someone could. And I like his pose in the Aggression Ally one. It's interesting. It's dynamic. He's showing off being a hero. And then the Ironheart one it's good art. It's just meh. He's just jumping through the air. I wish there could have been more to it, but it's still not bad.
See, I would still probably do that a little bit differently. I definitely agree that I do like the Amadeus Cho Hercules one probably the best of the three. It makes me feel that it's very dynamic, it's very moving. You know what he's trying to do.
Cast a spell or play Magic the Gathering. Or Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah. He's not doing any of those things. He's just seeing the world in a mathematical format, and he's helping Hercules plan 6 steps ahead, which is what Hercules needs. Then I honestly like the Brawn from the Ironheart one better than the other one. And I think it's because I get a more upfront, closer picture of Amadeus Cho in this one. And so I'm getting to see him in full purview and see those muscles, and you get to see like his nice hairdo, and you're getting a full picture of who are we dealing with. We're dealing with Brawn, and you have 13 seconds before Brawn smashes you in the face. Why this image was chosen for someone that's going to generate a resource for you, I don't know. And the fact that he's generating a mental resource for you when he's a physical resource, that's also a different kind of question. But
I think, well, for Brawn, it says while he's exhausted, he generates the resource.
Oh,
so
okay.
what I'm imagining is he's jumping through the sky. He does his thing in the sky, like he comes and lands on the enemy or whatever, does the 3 damage, and then he's tired, and then he's just like, here's some money or something. I don't know.
Here's an idea. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a little more sense. But I think I do like this picture a little bit better than his full clothed self that you barely see hiding underneath the car in the aggression.
I see it. I see why you like him. It's because you like him shirtless.
That's it. It reminds me of Levi Lewis.
Is Levi green?
I was gonna say y'all can't see me right now, but just picture the Ironheart ally. That's me, except hairier.
More like the guy off of the Umbrella Academy.
Oh yes, I'd forgotten about that show.
Many people have. Oh man. But I think overall, like, none of them are bad art, right? Like, when it's on the table, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed to see it on the table. Like I've said for some other ones.
Yeah, none of these are bad. Just
no.
Some are better than others.
Yes.
Do you guys feel like these 3 versions of Brawn, these 3 versions of Amadeus Cho, feel like what the story that Mr. Munkey has shared with us? And I'll steal it from you there, Twister. I would say so. I feel like at least the one from both the signature allies feel very, very much like it was described. The aggression one, I still feel like they must have been still figuring out the game at the time. It did come in the Hulk pack, but it feels a little off to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do feel like the story, the lore that we got from Munkey. I think for me, as far as the aggression ally, I kind of think about it a little bit, and I'm like, okay, if he's kind of in control, like mentally, of what he's doing, maybe he's really pulling his punches a lot more. And so that's why he's not doing a lot of damage. But he is using his mind, so he's picking up a car, and instead of chucking it at a villain or a minion, he's picked it up so that a civilian can run away and get out of danger. And so he's removing that threat for you. So he picks up the car, and he chucks it, but he's like being very careful of what's going on around him. So he's not able to do as much damage. He can take a hit. He's got 5 hit points. So I feel like that is a bit of like where he's like shows his strength. He's more I don't know what the right word is. Like he's got more vitality, I guess. And so he can take the hit, but he's not going to retaliate as hard. And the other ones, I mean, Amadeus Cho, like, I think is great. You know, you can either choose to thwart, attack, or exhaust him to get a card, and it is extremely helpful to get that card draw. There's almost like never any reason not to get a card, unless you just can't pay for another card, or it doesn't help you pay for what you need. But he allows you to strategize better. Like, okay, I really need that one threat removed, and I don't have a card for Hercules to remove threat. And honestly, like, I'd rather attack with Hercules. So fine, I'll just use Amadeus Cho to thwart, take care of that. Or I really just need to ping off the stuff. Now I got that strategy just to use Amadeus Cho, ping off the tough, and now Hercules can hammer the guy. Or hey, I just wouldn't mind having a little extra to be able to do this turn. So let's draw a card. So I feel like it's very strategic there. And then as you get to Brawn, it's very much like smash, Brawn smash, with a little bit of here's an idea. So
Yeah, the Amadeus Cho one, I do wish he had two thwart, but I think he'd be too powerful then. But then you would actually have a choice between whether you want to thwart with him or draw the card, because you're almost always going to draw the card unless there's something more pressing. But if
right.
you had two thwart, I feel like that would be more of a complicated answer for or question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The aggression one, I do feel like it fits his character a good bit. Uh, this version of Brawn is the one where he is not nearly as strong as he is in his Hulk form, so that one attack, one thwart is kind of fitting there, and he is the super genius, like fully retaining control of his mind. So he, like you said, he can attack and still like position things so he's still saving the day. He can still protect people. And I feel like that's kind of where his 5 hit points of this is partially represented, is that since he's able to be more tactical, maybe he isn't as resilient as Hulk form, but he's able to avoid harm more than he would in his kind of still rage-induced Hulk form. And then the Ironheart ally, this version is when he is the totally awesome Hulk, and it is not as powerful as Bruce Banner Hulk, but it's still the Hulk. He's still like She-Hulk levels of power in this form, pretty sure. So that 3 attack is right up his alley, and I feel like him being a fist resource is a balancing thing, or just like a player hint of like, hey, don't spend this card just to generate your resource for Ironheart. Play them and then do them that way.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing is when you look at the aggression Hulk ally, he's got what, 3 attack, and he can't thwart. No, I mean, I guess his ability does allow him to do extra damage and stuff like that. So maybe that's how he's more powerful than Brawn. But I feel like this Brawn card, like I'm definitely gonna play this card over Hulk. But that's just me.
It depends on a cost issue there, right? Because I mean, if you're wanting to play more than one card, Hulk only costs you 2. Brawn costs you 4.
Brawn costs you 4, but over time he's going to generate more resources for you.
But Hulk is there to take more hits for you as well. Whereas you're never going to block with Brawn.
Yep.
That's fair.
But you will. I guess Hulk. You can just one-on-one this minion for a little bit, just not taking any actual hits, but just defending for you.
Oh, look, a quick strike minion comes in. Hulk, smash him.
Yeah, get in the way.
That's fair. And yeah, you won't do that with Brawn for sure, or Amadeus Cho. You might do it with the aggression Brawn, but not these two.
That's fair.
Man. Out of the... I know this is not one of our questions, right? I think we're moving into the territory of do you like playing him or what are his best uses? I guess it kind of falls into that category of both those questions of out of the 3, which one is your favorite to play?
Amadeus Cho, probably. And then Brawn.
I'd agree with that. Amadeus Cho. I think just being able to draw a card is so powerful. And he's only 2 costs, so.
Just have to keep him alive.
Yeah.
For him to come out when Cameo came out was either an oversight or intentional.
I think they know what they were doing.
Maybe it was an intentional oversight.
Maybe. But it is interesting that, granted, they do come in separate packs, right? Intentionally come in separate packs, but you're going to cameo him probably 9 times out of 10 out of other signature allies, just because you get the ability to draw cards, and it costs you 2 to get on the table to do that.
Yeah, if I had a second one, I like playing. I think I'm very partial towards the aggression ally one, because when I'm playing aggression, I don't ever really deal with threat unless the character I'm playing can deal with threat. So he is there solely as my like chip threat removal every single turn.
You choose him over like Psylocke or
Hmm. Her confuse is
Sunfire.
very good.
Yeah,
I would throw Sunfire in deck with him, but if I'd choose them over, yes, I would choose him over Sunfire because I'm guaranteed to remove threat. I'm not guaranteed to remove an attachment.
fair.
Psylocke's a tougher choice because that confuse in aggression is hard to come by, and she is there to save the day many, many times.
It does feel like that aggression Brawn for me gets overlooked quite a bit, and not because it's a bad card necessarily. I see the 3 costs and I see the 1/1. I miss the 5, and I miss the fact that he does an extra threat removal in the long term. But the other two I have played quite a bit, and I do like them.
So yeah, we like playing him.
Mm-hmm.
What do we feel like are his best uses?
Drawing you cards.
Drawing you cards, yeah.
Drawing you
Or
cards,
generating
resources.
and removing extra threat.
Yeah. I mean this is interesting, right? I think has something to do probably with Genius or Gamma, but they both are usually when those characters tend to be pretty straightforward of what they're doing for you. They're either causing big problems or they're got one. This is the one thing I do. So, have y'all played them in a way that has made the game different for you?
Can you explain what you mean by that question?
So, like we talked briefly, I made the comment that there's only one use for this show, and this show is going to just help you remove threat, or this show is just going to help you generate resources, or this show is going to draw cards for you. And granted, the Hercules show is built into helping you complete your labors, but have you utilized any of these shows in a way that they weren't originally intended to be played as?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I've used Brawn like from Ironheart. I don't know that I would have said that I use him sort of outside of the scope of how he was designed to be used. I haven't really played Ironheart all that much, but I can see myself like using him and maybe Voltroning him and just saying, all right, Braun, we're gonna get you out there, then we're gonna get you a reinforced suit, and we're gonna get you an inspired. We're gonna beef you up as much as you can, and we're gonna maybe use your ability to help you get there. So we'll exhaust you, do some damage, remove some threat, give you your reinforced suit, give you your sidekicked, whatever we can to get you going. Because he's already strong. He can already do a lot for you, and he's going to help you generate resources. So he's over time gonna basically pay for himself. And so maybe that's not that's not outside the scope of how he would be designed, but I'd probably just be using his resource to generate resources for himself.
I've played that deck before. It's fun when you know, punch with him and then use that resource he gives you to put inspired on him for the next turn, and he's sidekicked, so you're readying back up every now and then. That is a fun one to do. I've done a aggression Brawn in Spider-Woman before that was leadership aggression. Solely built it for the fact that I wanted to do the Voltron thing, beef him up, and then ready him a bunch of times so he could manage the whole game for me.
That's cool.
I think I was running him with like Honorary Avenger and Blade and Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so I could just ready him up constantly and remove 2 or 3 threat a turn while he's punching the villain for 3 or 4.
I like
Poor
it.
Blade just becoming that Earth's mightiest hero engine.
I feel like that is something they definitely did not intend when they released those 2 cards.
Yes.
They're like, people are just gonna build a deck with a ton of physical resources so they can just use Blade. It's gonna be great. No. Nobody does that.
Yeah, I do. 3 physical resources of Earth's mightiest heroes that are played on Blade
Oh gosh.
in my whole Hercules deck, so I can ready up one more time with Hercules.
I guess you could think of it as Blade using his vampire side to, suck the energy out of someone else to give to someone
Out of
else.
himself to give to somebody else. Got it.
Yes.
But it is cool that you were able to Voltron Brawn, the aggression Brawn, that way, and really utilize him. It's making me want to try him out a little bit more. You're selling me on him as a ally to play.
But that's why they pay me the big bucks, is to sell allies.
The 37
33
cents.
Oh, it went up 4 cents. Don't. There's no inflation yet.
Have you not seen the gas prices lately? There's a ton of inflation. Good grief.
Oh, man. Would you guys make him into a hero pack?
Would
But you
be
think I was
interesting.
gonna ask you if you were going to buy me gas?
Yeah. I'll just take you to Rosa's.
Oh,
Or Taco Bell. It's cheaper at this point.
Oh, man. Would you make Brawn into a hero pack, and how would you do so?
I kind of like the idea of, I'm going to say it, a form-changing hero.
A form change hero?
3-sided. So, of course, you have Amadeus Cho on one side. Then you can either flip into Hulk Smash Brawn, or you flip into Smart Brawn. And as Hulk Smash Brawn, you have like no thwart removal, but you can smash things, punch them really hard, and maybe you have a smaller hand size. And then with the Smart Brawn, you actually have the ability to remove threat, like you have a 2 threat, but your attack is lower. So maybe you're a 2/2/2, and then with Big Brawn, you're maybe a 0 or a 1/2, like a 1/3/3 or something like that. Because I feel like both would probably want to be able to take hits pretty well. I mean, that's as far as I've gotten, really. Kind of trying to think of some other things, but I can't. So I think that would be pretty basic starting point.
I'd be
So
good.
do you think he'd be a 13 or 14 hit point hero? Because like Hulkling's 13, and he's just shy of getting all the goodness that a 14 hit point hero does. But for that versatility, do you think they would dock him a hit point so he could not live up to his full potential?
Is Hulkling not living up to his full potential?
Oh, Hulkling is rich. He absolutely can, but he can't do limitless stamina, which
Or
I think
unshakable.
would break. Yeah, which I think would break Hulkling.
I think you would fall into a 13-point hit point hero. I agree with that, because you would want to see that versatility of the genius side popping out more with this version of Hulk than you would with even Hulkling or Bruce Banner Hulk, right? Or even She-Hulk. Because the Hulk that we have currently is focused on you're either Bruce or you're not, and we see that divide there where She-Hulk is kind of a blend of both, and it was really kind of an early design for how a brute character is going to work. You see, in a Hulkling, it is a very different. It leans more into his shape change and versatility there versus him being a Hulk, or rather his ability to be multiple different things. It is a form change hero in a sense that he's changing forms in a very different way.
Mm.
I would think this one would probably still kind of fall into that 13 hit point category. But they could lean into the 14 depending on how they put that build into him and all the characteristics that come with it, right? So, I would agree. I like the idea of him having that 3-sided form card, right? Like we talked about. But I think I want him to play a lot like Scott Lang, where you want him to change quite a bit. But I don't think that's the character that we see in the comics, right? It's that change happens. It happens once. I wonder if this form change would be more like the Ironheart change that we've seen, where you have 3 different identity cards instead, and over time he changes. So you can play different upgrades that'll trigger events that let him change and upgrade to this other version of Hulk, or you may have to pick and choose how you get to the final form, right? Mm-hmm. If you can get to the final form, or do you want to just get into that brute form and be the super strong one, or do you want to get to that final form of Brawn, or to support the table, do you want to stay as an smart Amadeus Cho for the entirety of the game, and using that ability of like, okay, cool, I'm smart Cho, so I'm helping support the table by everybody can draw a card, or I can choose a player on the table, they get to draw an extra card at the cost of my own hit points. But because of that, I do have less hit points, right? So I'm starting off at like a 9 hit point Amadeus Cho. But if I decide I want to move up to Brawn, I have to hit certain character, I have to put down certain upgrades to move into Strength Brawn, or to be the other Smart Brawn, I have to put down other upgrades to move that direction. So you almost have like a tree in a video game where you can kind of design what Brawn you end up with at the end of the game. And then your cards do different things based on you being Cho, Brawn, or Smart Brawn.
That's an interesting idea. The idea of different maximum hit points based on which form he's in. So maybe eventually he could be limitless stamina abusing, but not necessarily. You could leave him as like 9 or 10 hit points in order to do something.
Still being able to do some cool stuff with him, it'd just be a very different design, and you could almost build a different deck with him based on your need at the table at the time.
Yeah, that's a very interesting concept, and it's something they haven't done yet. So
I think outside the Gamma box.
Yeah. I definitely like to see him as I could see a gamma wave coming at some point and us getting more Hulks, especially Brawn being one of those. I would really like to see a Brawn that does some of what his aggression one does. Like maybe whenever he thwarts, he can do damage. Whenever he does damage, he can thwart. I think that'd be interesting. Like, honestly, you sold me on the form change one variant of this. That's a very good idea y'all put together.
That's why we get paid more than 33 cents. So
yeah, exactly.
So we make the 37.
I like the idea of being paid by my subscriber count, so I make 123 cents.
Oh man. But I think he could make a very, very interesting character for sure. And I would love to see that come into play. Obligation, you it's like a world shake, and you have to shuffle all your cards and pull out a random identity.
Yeah.
So you don't know which Brawn you're going to end up with?
That'd be interesting. I think it'd be cool to see him in leadership, just because as of 3 months ago, I think in real time, he is now one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's gone wild places. He's been a part of like 10 different teams. I could see him being a very ally focused, at least in his precon. Just because he's been Avenger, been Champion, been Agent of Atlas. Now he's out in space.
He'll be the first. He'll be the first identity to have 4 allies.
That'd be great. Just one day they're gonna re-release Nick Fury, and it's just gonna be just the leader of Shield, Nick Fury, no spy stuff. He has 15 different signature allies.
Yes. No, that's Agent Coulson. That's what we're gonna get with Coulson. It's gonna be all the Agents of Shield characters.
It's him playing. Whenever he does play a real hero, it's him playing the trading card version of them, and
yes.
that'd be very meta. He's laying down the Captain America leadership card in his hand on the art.
Coulson's alter ego is him dressed in a vintage Captain America costume.
Mm-hmm. Going to a con.
Yeah.
What a nerd.
Oh, man. Well, any final thoughts before we move into the rating?
I think we're ready to rate. What do you think, Jason?
I was going to give Munkey an opportunity to speak if you'd like to say one more thing before we jump into rating.
No speaking. I'm just kidding.
I think we need a 4th Brawn at some point. I think we need a 4th Amadeus show.
There we go. Yes. Obviously. Bring on the shows. Atlas show. Agents of Atlas show.
Yeah.
Would he be the chosen one?
Absolutely.
Hey.
All right. Let's rate this card.
Which one?
I think I'm going to rate all 3 of them just in a joint effort together, and the shows together, I would say they are a 5 out of 5 star review. Yelp. I think Cho is very adept at supporting me in any area that I need when it comes to deck building, whether it's drawing more cards, getting me a resource, or helping me just manage threat while I'm dealing with punching the villain in the face.
I will do all 3 of them individually. I think the Amadeus Cho is an A ally. I think he's really good at what he does. I would say that Brawn from Ironheart is also an A ally. Very good at what he does and very useful. A little on the pricey side, so maybe he's an A minus. And then I would say the aggression Brawn, just for the sheer fact that he's aggression, is an A. I mean, I would say he's probably more of like a B, maybe low B tier, just because of the fact that he just does one. Like, I mean, yes, you attack, you do 1 damage, and then you get to remove 1 threat, but it's just 1. Like, it's just 1 across the board. And yeah, he can sit out there for a little while. Maybe he'll take a couple of hits for me, but I feel like my resources are better spent maybe elsewhere.
I'm going to rate all 3 of them together. I think Amadeus Cho is a Samwise Gamgee. He is a true hero. He carries. He could carry every game he's a part of. Hercules, he carries. Ironheart, he can carry. Aggression, he's good too. But he's there to get you up that mountain and destroy the ring.
I like it.
Now, this is a little off topic, but my wife and I continue to have this debate on a regular basis, and I would love to have your wisdom and opinion here, Munkey. Is Samwise better than Aragorn?
Yes.
The answer is yes. I agree with you. Perfect.
Why?
He's stuck with Frodo the whole way through. He's the one that gets encouraged Frodo every step of the way. He's always there. He's the biggest support.
But if Aragorn had not organized his Gondorian army to go to the Black Gate, Sauron's eye would not have turned from Frodo.
True, but Aragorn and everyone there would have died if Samwise hadn't been there to carry Frodo.
Yes.
So it's a bit of both. They're both great.
They're both
I didn't
great.
say they were both. They're both great, absolutely. But if one had to be greater than the other, we all know it's Samwise Gamgee.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good.
You're sleeping on the couch.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, guys.
The price you're willing to pay for loyalty.
For truth. Yes.
Hey, you can come sleep in. It's just a 2-hour drive to my house, dude. Just come sleep on my bed in here.
Oh. Thanks.
I'll leave the door unlocked because I'm going to bed right after this.
Mississippi can't be that far from Texas. Maybe I just go see Munkey and get him to dust off his cards for the first time in a couple months. So.
Yeah, they were definitely collecting dust. I look at Drax longingly, saying, "One day I'm going to play him in person again."
You should. All right. Well, we are at the end of our episode, and as you are well aware and well versed in our show, we each have our own sign off, and so we will have you have the last word, Munkey. So it'll be Earth Twister. We'll have a moment of silence for Levi, myself, and then you.
Wait. Did Levi die?
He never showed up tonight, so I can only assume.
Oh, okay. Oh my.
It is comics. We never found the body, so he may come back at some point in the future.
That's right.
That's fair. He's probably off somewhere fighting corruption.
Guadalajara. Oh man.
All right. Well, as always, guys, this has been Earth Twister. Stay twisty.
My name is Jason Sketch, and next time, I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.
And I'm Munkey. Until the next time I see you, hope all your games go well. I'll see you later.